What's going on, Stim junkies? Hi, Stim Ace here, and I hope you're all having an incredible High Stim Saturday. In case you didn't tune in, last week I released a video also on High Stim Saturday titled The Top 10 Euphoric Pre-Workouts You Could Still Get in 2025. And that video did really well, and it got me thinking about possibly releasing a sequel, and after mulling it over for a couple of days, I decided that today, High Stim Saturday, I will be releasing the sequel. So strap your seatbelts, because today we are going to be going over the top 10 aggressive pre-workouts that you could still get in 2025. Let's get to it. Alright guys, so before we get to this list, I want to remind you all that this list here is my personal opinion based on my experiences running these pre-workouts numerous times over the past year, and there are some classics on here, but there's a lot of newcomers as well, so I try to get a little bit of a balance and really try to intertwine the two together, try to put a couple of names out there that aren't super popular. So if I missed anything, and obviously I missed a lot of stuff, this is just 10 aggressive pre-workouts that in my opinion really shine the most out of anything else I've tried this year. So let me know in the comments down below if I missed anything, if you feel like my list could have used a couple of more. Anyway, we're still going to be doing the end year lists once the 2025 year comes to an end, so this is just something in middle of the year to give it a little bit more spice and flair. And with that being said, the first product that we have here on the list is Doomsday Destruction from Coca Labs. Now, this product has a little bit of a controversy around it because the version that I got, the original first version, which I received from the United Kingdom, courtesy of my good friends over across the Limits UK, that is the only version that I tried, and I can only speak for that particular version, which was manufactured in the UK, and that thing absolutely smacks you upside the head and really hits on all cylinders. You're getting the 2 amino in there that surprisingly comes in pretty aggressive, crazy head buzz all around, but really just, you don't want to stand in place. You just want to go on this one. And there's going to be a very similar theme for a lot of these pre-workouts because, spoiler alert, each one of these pre-workouts contains Elfe Fuego. And this one also obviously has 2 milligrams of Elfe Fuego, but you have the DMHA, you got some halostashin in there, a pretty nice amount of caffeine. I'm forgetting how much, but definitely over 400, and it really just gets you going. But surprisingly, not a lot of negative side effects, no survival mode, no anxiety, nothing like that. It just hits really beautifully. And I know they had the US made version that was shipped over from NutriCartel, and that one has mixed reviews, so I cannot speak for that one. But if you do head across the Limits UK and you pick it up from there, you're going to get the same one that I used, and I can definitely attest to it being a really good quality, aggressive type of pre-workout experience. And next up, we have Pillager from Toxic Masculinity Nutrition. And first of all, I really love that name for the company, not to mention that they are very, very cool and the owner is very nice and friendly. They have a super cool aesthetic for their warehouse. It's essentially an old school style gym, dungeon style gym mixed in with the warehouse. So it literally is ran by gym bros and made for gym bros. So far, every product I've had from them has been incredible, but this new version of Pillager V2, it has the real 2 amino that we know and love, has some Elfe Fuego in there, has a bunch of other stims, but the package comes in so nicely. You're going to get a little bit of an elevated heart rate, you're going to be a little bit anxious initially because you're just so full of energy and you're just ready to go. So you're going to love this product here, but the DMHA has a really well-sourced buzz as well. It's definitely stronger than the first version, which I also did review here on the channel, but I love the new Pillager. Taste was incredible. It hits relatively quickly in about 15 minutes or so, but you're just going to want to pump and not leave the gym. Absolutely incredible experience. Great balance between 2 amino and Elfe yohimbine, and just a banger all around. And up next, we have a classic, and as long as they don't change the formula, this product will always be on these types of lists because this is truly a classic and probably one of the best Elfe Fuego pre-workouts that I've ever had in my life. And what I'm talking about, of course, is Edge of Insanity by Psycho Pharma. This one is just, honestly, I like it more than a lot of DMHA pre-workouts. Not gonna lie, the buzz that I get from this freaking Elfe Fuego, it gives me this crazy head high, almost like I took DMHA, but there's no DMHA. Heck, there isn't even a Raya in here, but the combination of the yohimbine and the Elfe Fuego, which I'm assuming are super pure and potent, combined with the 1 gram of GABA, which has a bit of like a mental relaxing kind of effect, almost gives you like a little high. The way those 3 ingredients synergize together, it just gives you this speedy head high, but you're really hopped up on this one, but in the best way possible. Aggressive, no nonsense, get shit done, but somehow happy at the same time. I've never had a bad experience on Edge of Insanity, and the pumps are incredible as well. Really, you don't have to stack anything on this. You take it on its own, and you just get your ass to the gym. Within 10 minutes, you are ready to go. And honestly, one of my favorite pre-workouts. It's definitely a high stim pre-workout, something I wouldn't run more than twice a week. But Edge of Insanity, as long as they don't change the formula, will always have a permanent spot on these types of lists. So Edge of Insanity from Psychopharma. And speaking of crazy yo-yo blends and hitters, the next one here definitely earns its spot. And what we have here is HyperMax'd Out by Performix Labs. Now, this one came out over a year ago, but I didn't review it until about 2 months ago because it's always kind of sat in my rotation. I've used it over those 6 months, but every time I wanted to review it, something else would come up and I would have to review other products and it would always end up back on the shelf. But I finally did my review about 2 months ago, and this freaking thing is next level ridiculous. In my opinion, it's a little bit stronger than Edge of Insanity. It has less of that buzzy feeling, but you're still hopped the hell up on this one. You're energized like a freaking battery. You don't want to stop moving. Scratch that. You can't stop moving. This thing just has you going on autopilot, pumping and absolutely destroying anything in your path. This is a crazy pre-workout. It takes a little bit longer to build than something like a Psychotic or an Edge of Insanity. It takes a little while. This really doesn't start peaking until the 30-35 minute mark, and even then it kind of builds and builds and builds, but it's a nice smooth trajectory, so it doesn't overwhelm you. It gives you time to adjust, but the craziness is on a whole other level, and you're going to be hopped up and energized for hours post training. So definitely take it on a day where you're going to be in the gym for a long time, planning to kick lots of ass, because this pre-workout will have you doing just that. Next up on the list, we actually have a brand new product, but technically, it's not a brand new product. It's a collaboration of two incredible products that have already existed for a little while. And what I'm talking about, of course, is Extremis Cartel's El Jefe Fuego. Yeah, guys, El Jefe Fuego was a limited edition release. I believe you could still pick it up at NutriCartel.com. But this one here combines the El Jefe pre-workout, the high stim version, the one that really just has you tweaking and going for hours on end. They take that product, and as if that one wasn't enough, they infuse it with their fat burner Demonio, which was a very mood elevating, happy, floaty, but super sweaty type of experience. So they combine the fat burner and the pre-workout, and this thing is just on a whole other level. You're going to be so hopped up on this product. You're going to be fired up. Literally, fuego, man. You're going to be on fire. This thing takes about 20-25 minutes to fully start realizing its potential, but when you are in it, you can't leave. It's crazy. This thing just sucks you by the soul, and it really just has you moving nonstop in the gym. You're going to be sweating, and that sense of thermogenesis increases the stimulatory effect. So not only are you filled with crazy aggressive energy, but you also have this buzz, this head high, and you're also sweating, which amplifies it even more. So it's a mix of mental energy and like a crazy head high, as well as that physical aggression and energy. So absolutely crazy. It's aggressive. It's a little bit happy too, because you're happy to be aggressive, if that makes sense. But you're going to be listening to some Slipknot, Metallica, and whatever else the hell is out there. But it's aggressive, it's angry, it's very sweaty, and it's an intense experience. Honestly, I can't run it more than once a week. This one's crazy, and you have to mentally be prepared for it. So El Jefe Fuego definitely takes the cake on this one. Up next, we have Chaotic Rage from Madhouse Innovations, and I know a lot of people crapped on this product after it reformulated. It used to have the 2-amino DMHA on label, and then they changed it over to Juglans Regia. Now, I went ahead and I tested out one of the newer tubs with the Juglans Regia on the label. They sent it to me directly from MadhouseSubs.com, and I was shocked, because the thing hits almost as good as the original. It's very possible that when they first reformulated, that very first 1 or 2 runs they had, maybe it wasn't that good, but it's already been a little over a year since they reformulated from DMHA to Juglans Regia, and honestly, I ran them back to back, the DMHA version and the Juglans Regia version. The Juglans version is only like maybe 10 or 15% weaker than that OG version, but if you guys know how strong the OG was and how hopped up and energized it had you and for how long, then nerfing at 10% is really not a big deal. This thing still hits. It gives you a nice buzz, a nice head high, but just good, clean physical energy, no heart palpitations, no anxiety. There's no Alpha Yo in here, but there is yohimbine, I think at like 4 or 5 milligrams, so it's less intense than Alpha Yo, but the Juglins is really well sourced, and it's just such a great package. Doesn't have a lot of pumps in there, but there is a nice thermogenic effect, and you're going to be pushing so hard that you're actually going to end up getting great pumps on this one, but I do like to pair it with its sister product, which is Chaotic Pump. The two of them together, man, just makes one hell of an experience. But the all-new Chaotic Rage, if you guys haven't seen the review, I reviewed it earlier in the year. Feel free to check it out. But honestly, it's almost as good as that OG legendary status DMHA batch. So definitely don't sleep on it because a lot of people already are. Next up on the list, we have a Dark Labs product, and this one here is Crack Reloaded, the all-new version. If you guys ever watched any of the videos I did on this channel relating to Dark Labs, chances are I probably mentioned the fact that I hated the original Crack Reloaded. That was probably the only pre-workout in my life that made me feel ill every time I took it, even at half a dose. For whatever reason, it would get me so hopped up, but in a negative kind of way, where I just felt like a crazy anxiety, panic attack each and every time. I just hated the experience. But they got it right with the new Crack Reloaded. It is a perfect Alpha Yo Arai Genesis caffeine hitter. This thing just hits you in every angle. You got the good mood elevating buzz, but also a sense of urgency, aggression, clear-headed energy, a nootropic focus, and also a little bit of that Alpha Yo craziness that comes with it. You know, it just synergizes so well with the Araya and everything else in here, and the pumps are sick. You don't have to stack anything on top of this, and I think the fact that they did put a lot of citrulline in here also kind of toned down whatever negative effect the previous version was having, so it's smooth in that regard, but it's clean, and you're going to be energized for hours on end. Incredible product, and I call this a tale of redemption because, again, I hated the original Reloaded. This one's incredible. It's got the tweaked out guy in front of the cover, and you should definitely check it out because I think you stim junkies that are chasing the aggressive products are definitely going to like this one. Next up, we have yet another Dark Labs product, and this one here is Manako, the collaboration they did with my good friend Garage Gym Homie. And this one here just comes in. This is a unique experience. It's honestly hard to explain, but the original version, the one that came out about a year ago, it wasn't a different formula. It was the same identical formula, but I guess the ingredients are sourced a little differently. The manufacturing process was a little different, what have you. But the original batch to me was very euphoric, very happy. It had good, clean energy. There was a little bit of that Alpha Yo feel in there, but it wasn't a crazy Alpha Yo hitter, as far as I like to call it. So the original one was definitely more mood elevating, more euphoric, and a little bit more well balanced. Now, this new run they have, the one that came out a couple of months ago, and it's still in production right now, this one is just on a whole other level. The Alpha Yo definitely takes the front center stage here, but it takes a little while to get there. So you will feel that DMHA high initially. You're going to feel a good nootropic focus from that tyrosine, but at like the 25-30 minute mark, it kind of starts flipping on itself, and the Alpha Yo takes the driver's seat. And from that moment on, you are just in go, go, go mode, no stopping, no brakes on this train. This is going to have you going. It's going to have you sweating. It's going to have you hopped up. But the DMHA is still in the background. It lingers there for quite a while, even post-workout. And the pumps are crazy. 10 grams of citrulline. You don't really need more than that. So it's a well-balanced product, but definitely this new run, the second run, whatever you want to call it, V2, it's more aggressive, a lot more aggressive. And for you guys chasing the aggressive pre-workouts, Manako is definitely the way to go. Next up, we have yet another pre-workout from Poland, Dziękuję bardzo. This product here is legit pre from legit farm, and this is another one that has a little bit of a backstory behind it because I was one of the first few that discovered the original legit pre, and I kind of brought it to mainstream attention, and then everybody else started picking up on it. I knew that that product had the goods in it. You can debate me all day, but I do believe that the OG legit pre had actual geranium extract in there. In terms of purity, who knows how pure it was, but I believe it did have legitimate 1,3 in there. Now, obviously, they had to reformulate it. It is now manufactured right here in America, and a lot of people were worried. They saw the label, they shifted to DMHA, they added more Alpha Yo, so naturally, not everybody was happy about it, but Stim Ace had a good feeling. I had a positive outlook on it, and I was pretty optimistic that it was going to maintain the standard, and boy, was I right. The all-new legit pre will kick your ass. This thing is a freaking beast of a pre-workout, and this is only for the elite of the elite stim junkies. Now, the original one had the special sauce in it. It made you feel a certain way where only 1-3 can kind of give you that feeling. This doesn't have that, but the DMA chain here is really pure and well-sourced as well. So you're going to get that buzz 15 minutes in. It takes a little while for this one to build, 15 to 18 minutes to start feeling that buzz and focus and energy package coming in. But at the 35-minute mark, this thing will strap a rocket to your rear end and just shoot you all the way up. This thing is crazy. The new Legit Pre is one of the best aggressive products ever. If you're tired, if you had a long day at work, if you're exhausted, if you're feeling like you're dead or whatever, it's hot outside, you're dehydrated, whatever, you're going to take the Legit Pre, you're going to go to the gym, and you're going to have the best damn workout of your life. Honestly, there's very few products that beat it. Actually, there's only one product that beats it, in my opinion, and we're going to talk about that one right now. Before I reveal the final product, which in my opinion is the #1 product on this list, again, the list is not in particular order, but the top 3 I do consider to be the 3 best ones overall, but this one here is definitely the #1 spot. Before I reveal that product though, don't forget to like this video, comment below, share the channel with a fellow stim junkie or a pre-workout enthusiast, and once again guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Okay guys, the #1 spot, the #1 product, the one most aggressive pre-workout that you could still get in 2025. To nobody's surprise, that product comes to us from our good friends over at Dark Labs. And this one here, boys, is Crack, the OG. Yeah, guys, this was the original replacement for Crack Purple, the real Crack Purple, the one that had actual 120 milligrams of 1,3 in there, geranium extract, whatever you want to call it. That Crack Purple originally got reformulated to Crack the OG, which is the product we have here, and then unrelated to anything, Dark Labs just brought back Crack Purple and just called it Crack Purple. But for those of you that have been in the game at least for a couple of years, you know that this here was the original replacement for that original Crack Purple. This thing gives you the speediest, but I mean the speediest effect ever. You feel like you're on 5 times speed no matter what you're doing. You are hopped the hell up. You are high as a kite on both scoops. If you take this at 2 full scoops, which is the full serving size, a lot of people do 1 scoop because this one is intense, but I always take it at 2 scoops. I add another 5 grams of citrulline to kind of smoothen it out a little bit, help with the blood flow. But I'm telling you, this will have you going for 5 hours in the gym. You're just going to want to keep on pumping and pumping and pumping. There's no soreness on this product. There's no weakness on this product. There's nothing. You're going to be a machine. You are definitely being put in the passenger seat. The pre-workout is going in the driver's seat, and you're there for the ride. You can blast whatever music you want. I've blasted aggressive, angry metal music. I've blasted dance music, trance music, whatever. You are going to be so into your music, and you're going to be in this bubble, not really caring about anything in your vicinity. You're just going to want to pump the weights, and the more you push, the more you sweat, the more you feel that pump, that contraction on your muscle, the more you're going to want to push. This is a crazy product, and when I first dropped my review for this one initially about 1.5 years ago, I was kind of upset about it because it was such a departure from the original DMAA version of Crack, but I've come to love and appreciate this one over the past year or so, and to me, this is by far the best, most aggressive pre-workout that you can get in 2025. I have a feeling it's not going to be around for a very long time. That's just a gut feeling. I'm basing that on absolutely nothing, but my inner feeling tells me that this is going to be one of the next ones to go. I hope I'm wrong, but if you guys want the craziest, high stim, intense, over-the-top, aggressive experience, Crack the OG is the product you want to pick up. And that's it, guys. That is my official list. I listed 10 on here, and I know I missed a lot. I didn't mention any psychotics from Insane Labs. They are all incredible products. Pretty much every variant of psychotic is good, so consider that to be unofficially part of the list as well. But there's a lot of great pre-workouts on there, like the one I tried recently, Resilient Strength. That was also aggressive. The 5150 was also aggressive and good. Listen, I could put 30 pre-workouts on here easily if I wanted to, but when I had to really break it down to the top 10 that really made a lasting impact, these top 10 right here were the ones. If you guys have any other suggestions, ones I missed, ones you would have wanted to see me include, let me know in the comments down below. I'm going to pin the comment. I'm going to let you know where you guys can pick these up with a discount code. I'm going to pin my old video from last week, the Euphoric pre-workouts list, in case you missed that one. So definitely click that video, check it out, like the videos, subscribe on the channel, follow me on Instagram at Stim Ace, and I will see you all next time for the next High Stim pre-workout review. Take care, everybody, and happy High Stim Saturday. Stim Ace, signing off.